Amy, Lacey, and I were sworn enemies stuck in a marriage neither of us wanted. She blamed me for ruining her last chance with her childhood sweetheart, Bryan Gurley.I. hated her for sliding a separation agreement across the table on our wedding night. 7 years together, we both wished the other dead. The day I finally decided to divorce her, our private plane started going down. She grabbed the only parachute and strapped it around my waist. Irving, if you die, how are you supposed to pay me back for the years I wasted on you? The parachute snapped open. Then the explosion hit and her last words cut through it. Next life, do not come bother me again. Later, the rescue team pulled her burned body from the wreckage. In her arms was the love token Bryan had given her. That night, divorce papers in hand, I stepped off a rooftop. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to the day Amy ran to the airport to win Bryan back. This time, I let her go without a second thought. In this life, I set her free. From here on out, we would walk our own roads owing each other nothing. I will not stop you. Go. Amy's head jerked up, surprise flashing in her eyes. Her eyes narrowed. Isaac, what are you plotting now? Do not tell me you are playing hard to get. You think I would care? I held her gaze. Your choice. Leave or stay. A mocking smile curled on her lips. If you had been this reasonable earlier, we could have skipped all this. The more you cling to me, the more I hate you. She paused, voice turning cold. Go explain it to your family. I am never agreeing to some marriage deal. Do not think you can use it to threaten me later. At the words marriage deal, I let out a quiet laugh. In my last life, our family shoved two strangers together for profit. That is how we got stuck in 7 miserable years. I will handle it. Do not worry about it. I pulled the pocket watch off my chest and slammed it on the floor. The crystal face shattered with a sharp crack. This was the engagement token our families agreed on. Now it is broken. You are free. In my last life, I had dropped to my knees at the airport, begging her to stay. I even pulled out that pocket watch to threaten her. If the Lacey family broke the engagement, they would be the joke of the business world. So Amy caved for her family reputation and left the airport with me. A few days later, the news said Bryan had died in a riot overseas. She hated me for 7 years because of it. If I had not stopped her that day, maybe she could have convinced Bryan to stay. Irving, you are a murderer. Every time I see your face, I feel sick. Even if I die, I could never love someone as disgusting as you. I had heard those words more times than I could count. I knew she married me just to get back at me and make one thing clear: her heart would never be mine. Years of cold cruelty wore me down, so I promised her one last trip before filing for divorce. And yet, the woman who hated me to the bone, when the plane started going down, she shoved away the parachute I gave her without a second thought. She would rather die than owe me anything. Isaac, have you really thought this through? You are not going to cling to me again. For once, Amy's voice carried a hint of hesitation. Yeah, I stayed indifferent, glancing at the departure board. Go. Keep stalling and Bryan flight takes off. I waved a hand before turning away. Hope you two are happy. When I got home, my dad was pacing the living room. He saw me come in alone and his face changed. Where is Amy? Why did not she come back with you? We are done. I tossed it out and headed upstairs. He froze for a few seconds, then his face turned red. Done? What nonsense is that? How is it just over? I stopped and looked at him. Cold. She does not like me. I am not wasting my time. That is it. The second I finished, he grabbed the ashtray off the coffee table and hurled it at me. I stepped aside and dodged it. He rushed over and grabbed my collar. Our family set this engagement 20 years ago. You think a business marriage is a joke? You do not get to call it off whenever you want. Trying to make this family the laughingstock of the city. I let out a cold laugh and shoved his hand away. You are so desperate because the company 30 million in the red. You are counting on Amy's dad to bail you out. I am not your bargaining chip. Let it go. First time in years I had ever talked back. He snapped and kicked me hard in the chest. How did I end up with a useless son like you? Cannot even keep a woman, and you still dare show your face here. I staggered back into the cabinet. Glass shattered. Sharp shards dug into my back. Before I could even catch my breath, he grabbed a chair and slammed it down on me. The crash echoed as the chair splintered apart. My arm shook violently.